Gentlemen, and we want to welcome you to today's Coffee with the Congressman, District 19 Representative Mr. Randy Neugebauer. Congressman Randy Neugebauer, I should say. Thank you. I'm Randy Jordan, Chairman of the Chamber Board of Directors for 2009. Well, on behalf of the Chamber, we want to thank you for being here today. We also want to give a special thank you to the First United Methodist Church for allowing us to come and to use this wonderful facility. Several people have asked why the church, and it's very simple. When we first planned this with Congressman Neugebauer, we were going to do it in the basement of the Chamber building, a block away. And as you see right here, the response was so great that we knew we was going to run out of room. And the church graciously allowed us to move down one block, because if some people didn't get the word that we were going to be here, you were a block away, so you could walk down and be at the meeting. So again, thank you, church, for allowing us to do that. I don't know what, maybe we should be having more things in churches, to be honest with you. So. In just a moment, Kobe Gilliam is going to come to the podium and introduce Congressman Neugebauer, but there's a few things we need to talk about, if you will, the rules of the meeting today, of our town hall meeting. We appreciate again all of you coming. I know all of you have got a lot of questions, a lot of things on your mind. But Congressman Neugebauer is going to do his dead level best to answer every question that you've got. And we would ask that you would form single files at these microphones, that you would come to the microphone and that you'd ask your question. We'd ask that you do that very short, sweet. If you have a comment, make it short and sweet. A lot of people here today, we want to get as many questions to the Congressman as we possibly can. We'd ask that you just line up at the microphones. We're going to try to do this in a timely manner. If you have got a question on your mind and somebody before you has asked that question, we would ask that you would look through there and say, okay, is there another question I have, or just politely ease back to your seat. We don't want one of those deals where everything that's already been said has been said and not everybody's had a chance to say it. I think you follow my drift, so we appreciate that very much. If you have a question and you don't feel that you can ask that question to Congressman Neugebauer publicly, we'd ask that you jot that down. He's got his staffers, we've got chamber staffers here, pass that on to him. Also, as you came in today, you were given a form. And on that form, Congressman Neugebauer asked you to write down your comments. Congressman Neugebauer's plan is to take those comments from you, his West Texas constituents, back to the floor of the Congress and to share with them one-on-one what West Texas thinks about what's going on. So write those down and make sure that you get those to a staffer or one of the people here helping us out with that. Again, we appreciate you coming. Randy Neugebauer has done a wonderful job representing District 19. I share a common name with Randy Neugebauer, Randy Jordan, Randy Sanders, former editor of the paper, and Randy Edwards, my good friend out here in the audience. We're the last four gentlemen named Randy on the face of the earth. If you'll just think about it, the last 30 years, nobody's called Randy anymore, but it's just a few of us old gray-headed fossils that are still out there. So at this time, I'll call on Kobe Gilliam to come and introduce Congressman Neugebauer. Kobe.
Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. Great crowd. My name is Kobe Gilliam. I am a lifelong Lubbock resident. I am a member of Americans for Integrity of Government, known as AFIG. We are a true local, nonpartisan, grassroots movement. And I will say that's natural turf. We are concerned citizens about what's going on in Washington. We see a lot of big government plays that seem to be a part of the current administration, and we're informing ourselves and we're trying to inform the public, and so we would encourage anyone here to join our group. I'm very pleased to introduce someone who needs no introduction. Randy is one of the few conservative voices in Washington these days. In fact, in 2007, he was National Journal's #1 most conservative member of House of Representatives. During this current administration, he has been a vocal opponent of the big government bailouts. On several occasions, Randy has given his time to a very small grassroots group like ours, Americans for Integrity in Government, to answer our questions regarding many of the latest issues, and we're thankful for that. He is a very available representative, and that's something that is not necessarily true to form, apparently, these days. So with that, please join me in offering a warm West Texas welcome to Congressman Randy Neugebauer.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Chamber, and thank you, First United Church, Methodist Church, for allowing us to use this. I was telling someone a while ago that sometimes when I've been back in the district and I've had these kind of meetings, we had to start going out on the street and offering $10 if somebody would come in. I don't think we got enough $10 here for everybody here. Now, yesterday we had one of these in Abilene, and my wife Dana was not able to be with me. Now, one of the things that this is a partnership, and let me just take a personal liberty here. The First Lady of the 19th Congressional District is here as well. Dana So she and the staff kind of coordinated. So, you know, those of you that were in the military, you know the uniform of the day. You know that term. Well, Mrs. Neugebauer is in charge of the uniform of the day. And to my sometimes chagrin, that uniform sometimes incurs me to wear a coat. Yesterday I snuck it off because she wasn't there, but I'm going to go ahead with your indulgence, and I'll apologize to her when I get home. I'm going to take my coat off. Well, thank you very much for being here. And you know, one of the things that I think I have to start this meeting off as saying is thanks to you and the American people, we do not have government-run health care today. I want to start by saying, maybe it's a coat. Oh, I knew she was going to mention the coat. But I also want to say to you is that I am not going to ever vote to turn your health care over to the federal government. I came to listen, and I don't think you came out in this nearly 100-degree heat to hear a speech. And so the good news is you're not going to have to listen to the speech. But I want to just make a brief point, and then I want to go to the microphones because I want to hear from you, because that's you're the boss. I'm the employee here, and I get that. But I want to tell you that it's not just health care that bothers me about what's going on right now. It's a massive government intrusion into our If you'd have ever told me that the American people were going to be forced to invest in banks and bail out banks that make bad decisions, and to bail out car companies that couldn't run their business, and to bail out insurance companies, and take tax dollars from one group of people and bail out people that, here's the people that were making good decisions, and we're going to take the money from the people that were making good decisions and give it to people that make bad decisions. That's not America. We can't do this.